Hi, my name is Larisa Brown and I'm running for editor of The Courier. I'm a current third year history and politics student. I'm the current life and style editor and I've also been writing for the paper for the last 3 years. I've written a variety of articles such as ones on poverty, travel, politics, sex, health, relationships and also charity. I'm also the author of Hottie of the Week and the Larisa Blind Aid section. I think that my experience in local journalism, web designing and also politics and theatre and numerous sports makes me your #1 candidate for editor of The Courier. I believe one thing that makes me a unique candidate is my personal experience of and involvement in all of the proposals that I've proposed in my manifesto. Firstly, Newcastle University is one of the top universities for sport and I think this should be reflected more in the paper. I propose to do this by implementing a new Sports Personality of the Week section where each team will have the chance to nominate their own personal candidate, and also sporting diaries. I also want to introduce intramural and university league tables online and in the paper. I also want greater representation of all sports teams in the paper, and I'll do this by extending the sports section. I also want online match reports. I believe my personal involvement and insight into sport makes me a suitable candidate for putting forward all of your sporting desires. I played football for 6 years, table tennis for 3 years. At school I played netball, basketball and lacrosse, and at university I've been involved in ice hockey and intramural hockey and netball. My enthusiasm for sport will be reflected in my commitment to sport throughout the Courier. With regards to the Courier Online, I want to introduce a new message board and online games, as well as up-to-date articles and photos from nights out as well as from sporting events. I have 2 websites of my own, one being larisa.co.uk, and therefore I think I'm your best candidate for making the online section absolutely brilliant. As a politics student, I also want to introduce a new world news section at the front of the paper. I'm also going to extend the news team to enable more investigative news pieces and greater research into hard-hitting news stories. I want the comment section to be more politicised and also greater recognition of social action throughout campus. This leads me on to one of my other proposals, which is commitment to charity and campaigning, such as articles on HIV, AIDS, poverty and homelessness. I've already tried to do this through the new life section that we've introduced into the paper. I've been volunteering for Bernardo's for the past 5 years, helping disabled children have a better quality of life, and I'm also an active campaigner for Amnesty International. Last week I took part in Rag Week as well, which involved raising money for charity. I also want to introduce a new career section which will include greater opportunity for volunteering and also future job prospects. Moving on, one of my other proposals is placing stage in the spotlight. By this, I mean not just writing reviews on plays and productions, but also an insider's perspective on performance. I've attended drama school for 3 years and been to an adult drama class. I also did AS Performing Arts and I've been in over 20 plays and productions, as well as having leading roles in The Crucible and Our Day Out. Therefore, I think that I'm an excellent candidate for having a really, really good stage section. With the sex and relationship section, I want to push writers to write more about their personal experiences rather than just an outsider's perspective. I also want the fashion section to be more glamorised, with things such as High Street Hottest and Catwalk to Campus. I want to be editor of The Courier because I absolutely love being editor of the Life and Style section. Laying up the paper is by far my favourite day of the week, and next year I want to feel like that about every day of the week. My wide experience is important. What I'll also bring to the editorship of The Courier is the commitment, drive and enthusiasm to the point where I'll dedicate all my time and effort into making The Courier the very best student newspaper. Hi, my name is Larisa Brown and I'm running for editor of The Courier.